All right. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH. Double honors to the elders. Peace, citation, blessings to hopeful elect, all the Akim laboring this truth. Shalom. And got a little lesson here. I'm gonna start out Matthew 10, verse 28. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. I labeled this lesson the second death. I'm gonna get a couple precepts on that. Revelation 2:11. He that had an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcome shall not be hurt of the second death. Being them what they call RFID missiles, ICBM missiles, and them the laser beams from the chariots. So it's Revelation 20 verse 6. Blessed and holy is he that hath part in the first resurrection. On the second death had no power, but they shall be priests of the Most High, of Hamashiach, Yahawashah Hamashiach, and shall reign with him 1,000 years. It's Revelation 20 verse 14. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. Revelation 21 verse 8. But the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable and the murderers and the whoremongers and the sorcerers and the idolaters, man, my speech ain't working too good today. And all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. So yeah, man, that's why brothers in like-minded spirit, we're calling out to the sheep, the house of Israel, the house of David, and we're preaching repentance, preaching, come back to this truth, come back, to the wisdom, knowledge of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi, and get understanding, through the body. But yeah, I'm gonna get in there. I got a good little lesson here. I'm just trying to bear with me for a minute. I'm trying to pull this up on here though. I can make sure I don't lose my connection. But hey, Shalom, Akwat on the comment board, daughter of Zion, Shalom. This is Matthew. I'm gonna get chapter 24. Matthew 24, verse 21, verse 22. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world in this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for elect's sake, those days shall be shortened, And we just gotta give all praises, honor, and glory, and the water, how about some Yahshua, that we have a chance to be that hopeful elect, because if you're out here lost in this world, you're not in this truth. It's like I say, the wide gate, is death and destruction, and the narrow, lead to salvation, I kind of butchered that, but you know where I'm going with that. Let's see, Revelation 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Just like, brothers broke that down, elders on down, and that you can symbolize that for what's going on now, via the unicorn, the brothers, from GMS and, like-minded brothers teaching this truth in the same manner. This word is coming out through the prophets, through the body, and it's coming from the heavens, from the You know what I mean? You know, and then you got your brothers, you know, on the highways and the byways, you know. But you know, and one of the brothers, you know, one of the body saying, come out of her, you know, come out of this world, you know, don't be don't be caught up in this wickedness, because you know the signs are all here, man. The signs is is really, if you got eyes to see and ears to hear, you can see and hear, you know, and you consider yourself blessed, you know. But let's see what else I got here. So Ezra's. So Ezra's what, 15? Yeah, 15. This second Ezra chapter 15, verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, YAHAWASHI, I'll bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And you know, we see that right now going on. We see, you know, people dying by the sword every day, and then people, you know, out here getting jabbed up. They're gonna be dropping from that baby sword, you know. You can't trust your enemy, man. Just like, you know, just like the rusteth, just like the iron rusteth, you know what I mean? But for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. And we'll read on. Therefore saith the Lord, you know, Yahweh Bashem Yashai, I'll hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous crieth unto me, the souls of the just complain continually. And man, and that's it, man. If you in this righteous, you know, righteous spirit, you know, we're vexed by this wicked society, and our souls, you know, we're crying out to Yahweh Bashem Shai. You know what I mean? Just, but continue on. The second Ezra 16, 16 verse 5. Plagues are sent unto thee, and what is he that may drive them away? You know, the Lord, he's sending these plagues out, and you know he got the power to send the plagues out. He got the power. Only Lord how about Shemi Shai got the power to call him back. And it's prophesied he ain't gonna call him back. You know, it's the end all be all. You know, leading up to that. You know, WW3 and missiles coming. You know, says verse 6. May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood, or may any one quench the fire in the stubble when it had begun to burn? Man, it's fire. And then was gonna get 16, 18. All right, this is Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness. You know, these people out here in this world, you know, these wicked nations, the wicked 2/3, they're not going to turn from, you know, this wicked world, you know, the ways of Esau, ways of the devil, you know what I mean? Nor be always mindful of the scourges. And, you know, the signs are clear to, you know, us in this truth, you know what I mean? Even people that ain't in this truth, you know, they're calling shit out, you know, like the MOB and shit like that. You know, they're starting to, you know, see, you know, but they don't see, you know, they just see a part of it. You know what I mean? With it, you know, they're bowing down to Esau's system, they're bowing down to the beast. And at the end of the day, you know, you bow down and worship the beast, you're gonna be destroyed. And let's see, it's verse 22. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the Lord destroy. And yeah, man. Just, God. Whoo! That's why it's gotta always be mindful and giving praises and honor and glory to Yahweh Shai. You know what I mean? It's because it's not of us. A man's goings is of the Lord, you know what I mean? And let's see, I got what, First Thessalonians chapter 5. This is First Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord YAHAWASHI so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. It says, but ye, brethren, are not in darkness. You know, we're us in this world, you know, Lord calls us to this truth, and we're not in darkness, you know what I mean? It says that they should, it says, but ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. You know, we are, it says, ye are the children of the light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of the darkness. So therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. You know, that's, we gotta be circumspect. We gotta, you know, be just gotta be locked in on these, you know, this truth, you know, pray for mercy, pray for you know, that hedge, you know, pray for understanding, you know, we get this wisdom and knowledge, you know, through this body and through these holy scriptures, but you know, have to pray YAHAWASHI QADASH, you know, to increase your understanding, you know. Because we all come in, we're like I said, you gotta come into this, you know, being as a newborn babe. And let's see, I got Amos. Amos 5. This is Amos chapter 5, verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord, YAHAWASHI, to what end is it for you? See, the end for us hopeful elect, you know, is the kingdom, is you know, peace. Because like I say, when the wicked are in rule, the people mourn, you know. When the righteous are in rule, people rejoice. Obviously, you know, righteous are not in rule, you know. The earth has been given over the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof, not wearing who is, you know. And we know who the wicked is, you know, these devils that run this earth, you know, they turn everything upside down, you know. Yeah. What was I? 18. This is Amos 5, verse 19. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him. Should not the day of the Lord, YAHAWASHI, be darkness and not light, even very dark, and no brightness in it? You know, for all these, you know, wicked nations, you know, these heathen nations, the wicked 2/3, the day of the Lord, man, it is gonna be very, very terrible for them. You know. Like I say, you know, we're staying in that humble spirit, you know, saying, you know, Lord willing, hopeful elect, you know what I mean? But you got your, you know, I don't want to jump on too many people, but you got your prideful motherfuckers out here that, you know, just all, you know, got them demons on them, like, you know, and misleading the sheep and, you know, calling people morons and shit like that. And hey, at the end of the day, we're gonna see who the moron is. But again, we gotta keep that humble spirit, you know. Amos 9. It was 9 verse 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor progress. It says, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. Close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it up as the days of old. And it says, that they may possess the remnant, you know, the remnant of Edom, you know, whatever remnants left over after these missiles destroy, you know, a good portion of all these heathens and the wicked 2/3, you know, in which all the 2/3 are going to die. So it said all the sinners of my people should die, but you know, there's going to be some remnant of Edom left, and it says, and of all the heathen which are called by my name, said the Lord, how about Shem Yashai that do with this, you know? Let's see what they do. Mm-hmm. Let me try to find this. Salakia. So this is Obadiah. Uh, this is Obadiah. I'm gonna read from verse 1 to verse 6. The vision of Obadiah. Thus said the Lord Most High concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, YAHAWASHI, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. That's the state we're in. The Lord's hopeful elect. House of Israel. 12 tribes. Speckled birds. We're all greatly despised. Like I say, was it John or Matthew or Luke? For if you were of the world would love you as its own, but you are not of the world. Roughly paraphrasing. But it says, the pride of thine heart had deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rocks, whose habitation is on high. That's talking about, the Edomites. That saith in the heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? These wicked rulers, they're so high. This is their heaven, and they got it in their mind. Pride of their heart had deceived them. That they can take, they can do what they want. They can play God. They can, fight against, the Lord and his angels. But hey, we know how that's going to play out. Verse 4, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, Babylon the Great, Esau, I mean, come on now. And though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. How about Shemashai? He's going to bring them down. That's the point there. And let's see. Oh, here it is right here. Micah chapter 6, verse 12. For the rich man thereof are, the rich of this world, they're full of violence. That's what they do: rape, rob, murder. That's how they got this land. They come in and just destroyed the natives. You know what I mean? And then what they do? They have tribe of Judah, as slaves. And just total wicked. But it says, for the rich man thereof are full of violence, and the inhabitants thereof have spoken lies. That's all it is, lies. They do what they do, and then they lie about it. And they just totally destroyed, everything. People's heritages, just destroyed the word of the Lord, destroyed the image of the Lord, just destroy everything, man. But hey, it says, in their tongue is deceitful in their mouth. But we know, just like I say, that day should not pass until the son of perdition be revealed, and the son of the wicked, son of perdition, be revealed. And right now, brothers, starting with the elders and apostles on down, we are condemning this. We're condemning this wicked rule, this earth, and the devils are being revealed, man. We get this Acts 3. This is Acts 3:19. So, this is for the hopeful elect, repent ye therefore and be converted, that your sins may be blotted out, when the times of refreshing shall come from the presence of Yahawah Shemashai. The times of refreshing, when this earth is refreshed, when there's new earth and new heaven, that symbolizes refreshment. And how is that earth going to be refreshed? Numbers 23. Salakia 35:33. So ye shall not pollute the land there, the land wherein ye are, for blood it defiled the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So that's how the land's gonna be cleansed, you know. YAHAWASHI, you know, with them angels, with them ICBMs, the blood shed of all these wicked heathen nations that, you know, shed the blood of the house of Israel, that's gonna cleanse this earth. Let's see, what was it? Michael, Acts, Matthew. 10, 10:34. This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword. You know, that's just like all these you know, it don't matter what domination it is, but these plantation Christianities, or, you know, the I don't know too much of the others, you know, probably, you know, Mormons, well, whoever, you know, all these false doctrines, false prophets, you know, who teach that, you know, Yahawashi is Jesus, you know, a so-called white man, and he's got long hair and no beard, and he's coming back to, you know, just to love everybody. Everybody's forgiven, you know. I mean, I heard preachers saying you could just live as wickedly as you wanted your whole life, and then, you know, the Lord come, and at that very last second, you know, you can repent. Which, you know, if you're part of that the chosen, the called, you know what I mean, there's a chance there, but not for everybody, man. I mean, that wouldn't make no sense. You know, why would the Lord, how about Shai, create this earth if everybody's just gonna be saved? You know, like I don't know though, you know what I mean? Just that's just a thought there, but, you know, let's stick to the scriptures. So let's read 2 Corinthians. But that's, you know what I mean, that's the stupidity of a lot of these you know, so-called preachers, so-called pastors, you know, even some of these other camps, you know what I mean? They, you know, just a lot of shit just off, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I mean, that's how it's supposed to be. So we can't save everybody. It won't be no point. You know, eventually, you know, like the brother said, eventually, you know, the house of Israel, the 2/3 that, you know, perish is gonna come back, you know, in the kingdom through the loins of, you know, the 144,000 and the 1/3, you know. That's why a lot of women, you know, are going to be saved out of that 1/3, you know, because of you know, to rebuild the nation. And, you know, like a lot of brothers, you know, we can't wait for that. But because right now, you know, like, man, it's hard to find a good woman, you know, in this earth, you know what I mean? Just, man, just, where was so I got that Saint Corinthians. I already read that, right? No. All right, so this is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. Verse 4. In whom the God of this world, who's the God of this world? You know, is devils of Esau. You know, the power has been given to him. It says, in whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not. So if you don't believe, you know, full-heartedly in this truth, you know, then you're gonna fall in that you know, that category where, you know, you're blinded by this wicked world, man. And, you know, it says, least the light of the glorious gospel of, you know, Yahawashi Hamashiach, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them. You know, it's not gonna get there. It's not, everybody ain't gonna see this, you know, obviously. But you can't let if you see this truth, if you hearken to this word, you know, if it's called you into this light, you can't leave and go back into the world, because this is happening right now. This is all every brother is in tune. The body, especially brothers, GMS, everybody's in tune. You know what I mean? It's a big body, and we're all saying the same thing. We all see the same signs. You know what I mean? We all have that spirit on us that this is happening. You know what I mean? And hey, at the end of the day, it's going to happen. Where do you want to be when it does? You know what I mean? So see Proverbs 22 verse 7. This is Proverbs 22 verse 17. Bow down thy ear and hear the words of the wise, and apply thine heart unto my knowledge. And that's what we're all doing. We're coming to this word, this truth, preaching in the starting with the elders and apostles on down. I'm new to this truth, but I've always, seeked it. Once I heard, I bow down the ear. I hear the words of the wise. Brothers is, been in this, a long time, been laboring, in this work for many a years, and applying thy heart, applying thy mind into the knowledge which comes from YAHAWASHI. Let's see, there got one more here. This is John chapter 8. Chapter 8, verse 51. Verily, verily, Yahawashi speaking. Verily, verily, I say unto you, if a man keep my saying, he shall never see death. We want to be preserved from that second death. We want to be preserved from these ICBNs. We want to be preserved from this sword. We can't be deceived by these devils. You can't go Isaiah 31 verse 1. Woe to them that trust in Egypt and go down to Egypt for help. I'm gonna get that real quick. It said, woe, that means destruction to them. Woe to them, destruction to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses and trust in chariots because there are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, Yahawashi, neither seek the Lord, Yahweh. And Isaiah 33 verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be a stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord, YAHAWASHI, is his treasure. At the end of the day, that's the only thing we're going to, you can't, when you come in this earth, you don't have nothing. When you leave, what are you going to have? Nothing except your works. Your works do follow you. Your works laboring in this truth do follow you. You know what I mean? You're receiving this wisdom and knowledge, and that's going to stay with you. But hey, Lord willing, we that number, and we ain't gonna have to taste of that second death. But hey, like it says in Revelation 2, verse 10, fear none those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried, and you shall have tribulation 10 days, just a set amount of days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I'll give thee a crown of life. We're going to be faithful unto death. Fuck this world. Fuck Esau. Fuck these devils. Fuck everything about it. To be carnally minded is death. You know what I mean? This is a carnal life. You don't know if you're going to wake up tomorrow. You don't know if you're going to make it through the rest of this day. You know what I mean? So, your sights need to be set on, the spiritual aspect, the hereafter. Obviously, everybody in this truth, that's where we're at with this. Let's see, this is I'm gonna get that real quick if I find it. It's Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knows he had but a short time. You know, and that's what's going on right now. I was wanting to get I can't think of which one it is. You know, let everybody, just like it says, there's gonna be in these last days there's gonna be scoffers. You know what I mean? You know, and that's just what it is. They're going to, you know, poke fun, you know, at the men of the Lord. You know, the men and women of the Lord. You know what I mean? Not everybody's going to hearken to this truth. But man, at the end of the day, you know, they're not gonna be laughing. And this is I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna end. This is First John chapter 5, verse 9. We know that we are of the most high, and the whole world lieth in wickedness. You know. Hey, brothers, sisters, you know, everybody stay strong, keeping this truth, you know, and just yeah, the whole world lieth in wickedness. We gotta, you know, stay in. That's the only thing that matters. You know, shit's about to start popping off. And when all these people out here laying dead in the damn streets, then, you know, we're gonna know what time it is. We already know what time it is, but you know, some people let's say, you know, the wicked generation seek a sign. You know, they seek a sign. Well, by the time that sign comes, it's gonna be too late, because sudden destruction means sudden destruction. But with that, I was gonna say, you know, all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH, Shalom.